Hey guys, I am here today with this. Oh my God, this is the 2025 Mazda CX70, and it's the first ever. Let's get into it. Okay guys, I spent some time over the holidays watching other people's videos, and I decided I'm going to be as honest as I can with you guys about what I see and what happens behind the scenes here. So I'm not exactly sure what that's going to mean for the rest of this video, but let's go do the best we can. Okay, so the 2025 CX70, you're like, wait, Mazda makes a CX5, CX9? What's going on? Okay, so basically Mazda is expanding. So they are, trying to increase market share, which they should because they make good cars, like duh. So this is their mid-size crossover, which is the CX70. The CX90, you guys could watch my video here. Love that car, that's a 3-row SUV. This one just has 2 rows. Let me just show you what's special about this car. Okay, here's what I can tell you from the get-go that I'm in. Number one, this thing looks good. Doesn't it look good? I mean, do you agree? I'm kind of into it. It's beautiful. Wow! Beautiful! It's kind of like BMW made the X5 and they made it beautiful, and then they were like, no, now we're gonna screw it up. Well, guess who picked up the pieces, made it their own, and then came out with this? Mazda. I like it. Okay, the CX70 is going to be available in the inline 6, which is what this one is, and also a plug-in hybrid. Let's just talk a little bit about why that's cool. Number one, so many of you have asked, like, I want to buy a plug-in hybrid SUV, who still makes one? Very good question. A lot of people just went like all electric and they were like, we're not gonna make a plug-in hybrid anymore. And a lot of us just aren't ready to go electric. And so you want a plug-in hybrid. You want a plug-in hybrid SUV. Where do you get one? Well, now you've got the CX70, right? I can tell you as someone who's gone fully electric, it has its pros and its cons, but that will be a video for another time. Let's go back to the CX70. Okay, so CX70 is an inline 6. Who cares about an inline 6? What is an inline 6 anyway? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me tell you what I know. Inline 6s are beloved by people because number one, they're smooth, right? It's just supposed to be a smoother engine. 2, it gives you more torque at a lower RPM, right? Which sounds like really complicated stuff, but it's actually really simple. It just means like off the line. Like when you're in first gear or you're just getting going, you're just gonna go a little bit faster from the beginning. And 3, and probably most importantly for those of you that are Mazda buyers, inline 6s last forever. Yeah, so that's why people like them. This is when I'm gonna pause to let somebody put in a comment about how I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm a woman. So go ahead, put that in the comments. Or if you agree with me, let me know. Also, if you're a Mazda owner, have had one forever, please put that in the comments too, because I want to know. Okay guys, so then there's this here white one. You're like, oh, it's just a white one, it looks different. Is it? Does it look different? What if I open this up? This, my friends, is a plug-in hybrid. I like it. And we all know everybody's kind of looking for a plug-in hybrid because nobody wants to go fully electric because that's kind of terrible because we have no infrastructure. Sorry guys, it's true. Unless you have a home charger, you're gonna suffer in an EV. So plug-in hybrid, kind of a smart thing to do. Plus, you get that instant torque from the electric motor and you get a tax deduction. Boom, boom, win, done. Okay, so you're gonna ask me all these questions about, well, how many miles can it go fully electric? What's the MPGE? And I'm gonna be like, listen, they don't have those numbers yet. But what I can tell you is that the CX90, its big brother, who shares a powertrain with this, including the plug-in hybrid, has an all-electric range of 26 miles. So yeah, probably the same thing. I think it's a good guess. So if you watched my videos lately, you'll see I did a video of the CX50, which is like selling like hotcakes, supposedly. They're gonna be making them in Alabama now, which is great. And the CX90, you know that I'm kind of drinking the Mazda Kool-Aid right now. And let me tell you why. First of all, nobody ever says, I hate my piece of Mazda. Have you ever heard anybody say that? You don't, because people don't say that. Listen, I have lots of cars in my driveway, none of which are Mazda, but I could tell you which ones are awful. I got all kinds of car problems. Mazda is not one. So if you're a Mazda owner and love your vehicle, please tell me why. If you say you have an awful Mazda, please, I'd like to hear that too. Okay, so as you can see, The interior is really, really beautiful. Mazda's kind of upped their luxury game. If you've watched my CX90 video, you know that that was the whole thing with that, was how it's their version of luxury, and they've really kind of figured it out. I'm impressed with this. I think it's beautiful. I think this dash is a little messier than I'd like it to be, but that's okay. That's okay. The rest of it is really beautiful. Tactily, it's really, really nice. Now I'm going to insert some video from Mazda, which is not me, and that might be confusing, but that's okay. Okay guys, let's talk about what's new for this vehicle. So number one, they've integrated Alexa, which is exciting. Like once you can start bossing Alexa around, it's hard to get in your car and stop doing that. I think it's wonderful. Do you guys use Alexa in your car? Do you use Alexa in your homes? I'm curious. Second, it's got wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Hallelujah. If you've watched my CX50 video, I love that little car so much, but I was really critical of the fact that I didn't really like the interface of their infotainment system. So now with the wireless CarPlay and the Android Auto, it becomes touchscreen, which I am 100% behind. Okay, so I know what you want to know. You want to know, what's the MPG? What's this going to cost me? Of course, guys, they don't tell me that yet. Don't be ridiculous. But you know, let's take a good educated guess, right? So the mileage is going to be a little better than the CX90, particularly in the plug-in hybrid. Those numbers will get when things get really interesting. And then two, the MSRP, again, is going to be somewhere between the CX90 and the CX5, right? One can guess. But also, think about this. The CX70 plug-in hybrid will qualify for those sweet tax incentives, right? So you can get those federal deductions. As for your state incentives, guys, I don't know. That's way too complicated. That's above my pay grade. I can't help you with that, but I'm sure Google can help you out. Okay, I know you guys. I know what you're gonna ask next. Storage. What does it look like? Some cool features to show you. Check it out. Okay, so check this out. The back end. Go ahead and insert your dirty joke in the comments. I can handle it. I've heard it all. So we're looking at the back end, and sometimes like when you open the carpet thing, right? So this is like the carpet thing that usually covers it. You just see a spare tire, right? And you open it up, and then if you put anything back there, it just goes in the spare tire thing, and it's a hot mess, and it's sometimes oily and nasty. But what Mazda's done here, which I'm really into, is put these different compartments in it, right? So you can see the outline of the spare. So the spare's under here, and then this is a cooler. So it's not necessarily refrigerated, but it keeps things cool. And let me just tell you something. If you're the person that does the carpooling in your house, there just aren't enough snacks. There are never enough snacks. There are never enough water bottles. There are never enough goldfish. There are never enough, sports drinks, energy bars. I don't know. There just isn't enough. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, I forgot to eat something. So, you can just put your emergency stash back here. Maybe that's Chardonnay. I don't know. No judgment, babe. You gotta do what you gotta do. But I'm just really into this really smart use of space back here. The other thing that they've done is they've created a larger egress. And you're like, what's an egress and an ingress, mama? What the hell are you talking about? Well, what I'm talking about, and I did this in the Subaru video, which you could talk about here, which you could view here, that's called a plug. They used good high density steel. So basically there isn't like a big wheel well sitting out here. So it just means that there's more space to put big things in the back. Again, so many dirty jokes, but this is a family channel. Okay guys, I'm in the back seat of this here CX70, and all right, the seat goes back. Oh, thank God. Okay, everything's gonna be okay, guys. The seat goes back. It was a little dodgy there for a minute. Listen, this is comfortable. It actually is really nice. I would put a ground up back here. I'd sit back here, absolutely. Actually, the lumbar support is really nice in this. Well done. We've got two chargers, USB-C, that's what it is. USB-C charger down there. We've got, they can control their own climate back here, as well as I told you guys this before, but there are lots of cup holders in the doors, which is really, really great because God knows you can never have enough of those. Again, panoramic moonroof. I mean, what's crazy is this stuff is kind of standard these days, but Mazda has checked all the boxes, and they've done it very elegantly. Like, this is just a very nice interior. They've done a great job. So there you have it. The 2025 Mazda CX70. Listen, this thing looks good, guys. I'm just gonna tell you that. So it comes in an inline six, it comes in a plug-in hybrid. How much is it? Don't know yet. When is it available? Don't know yet. When can you buy it? I don't know, but I'm sure it'll be soon. Just relax, check out my social channels, and I'll let you know as soon as I do. I'm Motorhead Mama, and I so appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe and have an awesome day. Bye.